Good evening. Today, I have a billion-trillion-dollar idea for the Borderlands franchise. Borderlands 4 has been getting a lot of flack, and potentially rightfully so. I don't want to say it deserves it. I think it has a few good things going for it, but overall, it's got its issues, and I understand those issues. Trust me. I have 200 hours in the game. It ain't perfect. But something that I was thinking about while playing this game and thinking back to Borderlands 3 and thinking back to Borderlands 2 was, well, Borderlands 2. Borderlands 2 is genuinely an amazing game. People still play it, people still talk about it. Jolt's dude, basically 90% of his channel is just him playing Borderlands 2 even when the newer games release. Because it's a fun game. It's good. It's potentially a perfect game, in all honesty. But something that I was thinking about was, what is this quadrillion, bajillion, dillion dollar idea? Well, we take Borderlands 2. We put it in the Borderlands 3 engine. And then we take quality of life stuff from both Borderlands 3 and Borderlands 4 and put it in Borderlands 2. And that's it. That's literally all you have to do. Thanks for watching. The video's not over. We're going to talk about some of the things that it can use, because obviously it doesn't need an entire full overhaul of like all of the feature of Borderlands 3 and 4. So I'm going to go talk about it a little bit more in depth here. Borderlands 2 overall is solid. Not a lot needs to be changed. Why put it in the Borderlands 3 engine instead of Borderlands 4? Well, one, Borderlands 4 runs like dog shit. I think we all know that. It runs in the Unreal Engine 5, which Unreal Engine 5 is a horrible, awful engine, but I've also heard people say it is also a decent engine. It's just not utilized properly or optimized properly, which... Anyway, we're going to ignore that. Borderlands 3 runs fine enough. It ain't perfect. You have some dips here and there, but I think overall to upgrade, not the art, I don't want to say upgrade the art style, but to, have the game not look like it's from 2012, I guess. Take Borderlands 3 engine, the newer updated art style of art style, I guess. We put Borderlands 2 and Borderlands 3. Now it looks really good. It looks like a newer game. It looks shiny. It looks brand new, and it actually still runs decently because it's in the Borderlands 3 engine, not Borderlands 4. And then what we do is we do not change the drop rates. The drop rates stay the same. Okay? And then what we do is we add the cooperative gameplay option from Borderlands 3. Now, Borderlands 2, if I'm a level 50 and my friend's a level 20 and I join him, everything is scaled to whoever the host is. So if you're not the same level as the host, you're either getting stomped on or you're going to stomp on everything in the lobby. So what we do, what Borderlands 3 added, which was the cooperative gameplay, and we make it so that the enemies are tied to your level. Borderlands 4 also has this, of course. We add that. Boom. Quality of life update 1. Quality of life update 2. We add the Moxie box. I just horrifically mispronounced all of that. We add the Moxie boss respawn machines from Borderlands 4. If you don't know, Borderlands 4, every single boss has a Moxie machine at the start of it, where you could click it and you pay money and it resets the boss fight without having to save and exit. This is a huge benefit just in general. Like, it literally just in general. You don't have to save and exit. And it's also a bigger benefit if you're with friends, because then you don't have to worry about saving and exiting with friends. You could just click the machine and respawn the boss. Literally perfect. Okay, we add that. We add the cooperative gameplay. And then we completely rework how the fucking OP level shit works. Alright? So Borderlands 3 and Borderlands 2 has the OP levels, and they added OP. Originally it stopped at OP 8, and then they added 9 and 10, and 9 and 10 kind of are broken as hell and nothing scales properly. The OP levels kind of just scale horribly to begin with. You kind of need min-max builds. And then Borderlands 3 had the Mayhem levels, which my biggest problem with Mayhem levels is it removed the entire cooperative point. Like, again, you remember how I just brought up the cooperative, how everything scales to your levels? The dog's barking. Well, in Borderlands 3, they had Mayhem levels, and it goes all the way up to Mayhem level 11. And for some reason, they made it so that if you went into Mayhem level 11, it would drop Mayhem level 10 gear, which Mayhem level 10 was basically the highest Mayhem level. So if you went into Mayhem level 10, you would get Mayhem level 10 weapons, which scaled to Mayhem level 10. And then if I joined a friend's lobby who was on Mayhem level 4, everything that I have would be over leveled. And everything that would drop in his lobby would be Mayhem level 4, because the Mayhem level was completely separate from the cooperative thing for some ungodly known reason. But Borderlands 4 luckily fixed this, where they have the True Vault Hunter, and you could go True Vault Hunter 1, 2, 3, 4, all the way up to 7, and it makes the game basically harder, and it makes the drop rates a little, it changes how the drop rates work, but no weapons are tied to specifically higher levels, and the Vault Hunter levels are per person, so like you could still play cooperative with your friends. You could be on Mayhem, level, or not Mayhem, you could play Borderlands 4 and be on Vault Hunter, like level 7, and your friend could be on no Vault Hunter level, but the gear will still be the same. And that's the thing is, like the damage won't be more. So if I play on Vault Hunter 7 on Borderlands, Vault Hunter rank 7 on Borderlands 4, and I get an SMG and it does 500 damage, it's not going to do more damage than the Vault Hunter level 1 or non-Vault Hunter level weapon. The damage is still the same, and you don't have to worry about and some of you might be like, that's stupid, but the Vault Hunter levels are purposefully there just to increase the difficulty of the game and change up, make the drop rates better. And I feel like that's what Borderlands players have always liked, is drop rates. Again, I think, I like getting better gear, but I feel like the gear should be tied, like getting better gear and higher damage gear should be tied to levels, not like, oh, I played on Mayhem level 11. Because again, like I said in Borderlands 3, you have that problem where if I play on Mayhem level 11 and I join a friend who only plays on 4 and won't go any higher, none of my gear is useful, or none of the gear that, all of my gear is overpowered is what I mean. All of my gear is overpowered, and all of the gear that drops in that lobby is useless to me. So basically what I would have to do, which I have done, is I would have to create a different character, and I don't go above Mayhem level 4 on that character in order to play with that one friend. So we just get rid of all of that, and we do what Borderlands 4 did for its leveling and how its difficulty and the Vault Hunter system worked. I think that is a lot better, and you could just apply that to really overpowered levels, and in turn, instead of, maybe rework the overpowered levels so that instead of having, the gear that drops be simply like, better gear in general, you can make it so that it's like the same damage wise, but maybe just make the game a little bit more difficult. Basically just do what Borderlands 4 did with its Vault Hunter levels. Personally, I think it's fine, and I haven't seen any complaints about that. Maybe some people do have complaints about that. I don't know. Let me know in the comments. And then that's really it. And then add the character customization from Borderlands 3. It's the same in 4, and then add the character customization, add a little bit more character customization, and then that's really it. And then you have a perfect Borderlands game. Like, you have a perfect Borderlands game. And then, hold on, let me be able to fast travel from opening the map. Let me press the button and I can fast travel while opening the map like you can in Borderlands 3. You can fast travel to your vehicle and stuff. Let me be able to do that. And then that's it. It's just add all the quality of life stuff. Like, if they just added everything that I brought up to Borderlands 2 and re-released it, it would be a perfect game. It would be a bajillion-dollar game. Let's be real. Well, would you buy that? Because I would. I would shell out like $100. I don't have $100. I'm broke as fuck because I can't stop gambling all my money away. And I'm fucking poor as hell and I don't have a job. But that's a $1 billion idea right there. Instead of Borderlands 4 kind of fucking stinks, doesn't it?